Coach Kayla B, how cute.
Sorry, I'm using my work name. I'm gonna change it.
We'll wait for a few more people to get in here, but if you want to just say what's up to the people, say who you are and what you do, you're one of our newest ICI members.
Okay, hey guys, I'm gonna turn on my camera soon. I'm trying to put on my lashes. But I am I am Kayla, aka K Mish. I'm an artist manager and a founder of a management agency called Muse My Management. I just support indie artists, creatives, and just trying to build community and trying to do what Jazzy's doing, honestly, just educating the people.
Yes, come one, come all. The people need it. The people need people like us who care about them. Cause I don't know, was anybody on my live stream this morning where I know Kayla was, but talking about how the music promotion model is like broken. That's what I was discussing this morning on my live stream. It was a really good stream. Oh my goodness. All right, y'all. So as you guys come in here, jump into the chat. Let me know, do you feel more stuck at getting discovered or keeping people around once they find you? So today, the theme for today is all about turning, followers into fans, how people can go from passive followers into loyal supporters. But I kind of also wanted to touch on discovery because it's like, I mean, I don't even have there's some people who it's like, I don't even have followers, so I'm not interested in talking about how to turn followers into fans because I don't even have followers yet. You know what I'm saying? So, but let me know in the chat, do you feel more stuck at getting discovered or keeping people around once they find you? So, you can also, feel free to unmute and say it as well. I know Amy said definitely harder getting discovered and finding people. Reem said keeping people around for sure. Okay, so people are able to discover you, but then it's like, how do y'all become followers? How do y'all lock in, right? Jasmine said discovery. Yes, because I know Honey Gold Jasmine, she has a huge community, but a lot of the people in her community she actually met in real life, which is like kind of backwards. Nowadays, people usually use social media to be able to, to be able to discover people and everything, but it's like people are finding her in real life and then following her on her socials. So it is hard for her to be discovered by new people who like her music. I feel that. Kai said keeping them. Yeah, it's definitely, I feel like a game. And if you are in my TikTok like chat where I sent like the Lizzo video over the weekend, it's normal to feel like your content isn't working or that people are watching you but not really supporting. And I don't know if that Lizzo video did more harm or if it was beneficial for everyone to know because I've kind of been getting people like, some smaller artists are like, well, dang, if it like if it's broken for Lizzo, it's definitely about to be broken for me. And then, we missed the point where it's like her message was you have the ability to actually get your music discovered, whereas before there were gatekeepers who prevented that from even being able to happen, So, like, that is the message that she was trying to convey. And instead, everybody was like, it's broken. We shouldn't even get signed anymore, y'all. Like, so, I definitely feel like that is getting mixed reviews, but discovery is broken. The music promotion model is broken. It's too crowded. It's too algorithm driven. Like today, so last year, I had the goal of hitting 15,000 followers. By the end of the year, I maybe had about 3 or 4,000. Mind you, I just started my TikTok page like July 2023, right? So it's like I just had these unrealistic expectations too, where I wanted to go viral too and I wanted to get like 10,000 followers too. And I just hit 15,000 followers today, which is like amazing. Like, I'm so proud. I'm so happy. But y'all, the internet lied. Do you guys see how hard I work? It was not me just posting the content, right? Like, it was a lot of hard work to get here, to find you guys, to build this community. Even like us showing up every week together, that is hard work. That is a commitment. I have some of you guys in here who have been with me since April. You have discovered your brand. You have built content strategies. You have executed multiple challenges, right? Because we had the content challenge, the 30-day content challenge back in June, and then we just finished our visibility challenge in August. We went over release planning and strategy. Like, we are doing the work. We are really doing the work. So clap it up for yourselves one time. I just want to show y'all like we are doing some really, really, really hard work right now. And there's people out here who are just opening up TikTok every day, trying to find what's something that everybody's doing that's working for artists. Okay, let me do it too. And then just praying that the algorithm shows us favor and then like brings us to the people that we are trying to do. So it really has felt like throwing songs into the void. It really has, and that can be defeating. You guys work so hard on this music. It's like the last thing I was thinking about was how I was gonna get people to listen to it. I just thought once the music was done, I was just gonna tell people it was out and wham bam. Or I just thought if I posted the content, if I post 5 times a week, eventually, and it's like, well, babe, maybe in 2021, but the way that technology and the industry changes, things change so fast because our attention spans are shot. Our attention spans are shot, right? So the secret is that discovery isn't about luck or going viral. Y'all know that. I've preached that, right? It's about building better systems for your music to find the right ears. So coming to these live streams that I do every week is great, but are you actually doing the work once we log off, right? Are you in the Discord? Are you on the website? Are you downloading the worksheets? Are you building, are you discovering your release strategy or what branding works for you? My light dying doesn't even, I'm like, okay, bye light. Anyways, sorry. But it's not enough to know what you're supposed to do if you don't know how to do it. I think that is like the biggest thing that we can all learn because everybody like when I started doing this in 2023, it was not as popular for everybody to give tips and all of this. And I feel like people started doing that to take advantage of music artists and I'm like, I actually care about artists. I'm an actual multi-platinum artist manager. Like I could be working at a label. Like I chose to do this because I wanted to work for myself, right? And so it's like, dang, for it to hurt y'all, like, or for you guys to feel like nothing is working. I'm discouraged. Like it's not gonna work out for anyone. It's like, no, guys, the industry changes all the time. You know what I'm saying? You have to be strategic. You have to goals. You have to understand that followers don't pay your bills, fans do. So let's build a better system for your music to find the right ears. Drop a hand in the chat if you feel like you've got more watchers than supporters right now. Let me know. They peeping, but they're not speaking. You're asking, you're doing the polls on the story, crickets. You get a lot of views, you ask a question, no comments, right? So put a hand in the chat if you feel like you've got more watchers than supporters right now. And I want to discuss 5 better systems of discovery. So don't worry, we are going to get into, building two-way interactions and how we can bridge discovery into actual loyalty and all of that. But since discovery is one of the hugest things that artists are suffering with right now, y'all included, right? We had a mix of people saying it's hard to get people to stick around, but it's also hard to get discovered, right? So it's like I didn't want to skip over the discovery part since I feel like that's one of the hugest pain points that majority of people in the music industry are suffering from right now. So Amy said, I have a lot of followers, but not a lot of engagement. Oh my gosh. Right? I'm like, even hitting 15,000 followers, I was like, this does not feel the way I thought it would. Like, I had like, it was like, this was a goal last year and it did not connect. It did not hit the way I thought it would. Um, so the ones who do engage are die-hard supportive though. So that's nice. That is nice. Like that shows that it's not you. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not that at all. It's just like, okay, I need better ways to be discovered because once people do discover me, they lock in and they're die-hard supporters. Kayla said, yes, definitely for my artists, they're lurking, right? It's like, I don't know when it became like cool to not engage or support with others, but I'm like, it takes like I'm on lives multiple times a week and I'm like, can you tap the screen? Can you like this if you like this? Like you have to remind people to like support you because they just be looking. They just be and it's weird. It's like, why do I have to tell y'all to like this if you like this? But you really have to. Kay the Wave put a hand in there. So you definitely feel like you've got watchers and no supporters. Let's get into it. Let's get into 5 better discovery systems. So these are things that you guys can apply now and DIY days. DIY days, DIY ways, my bad. You can do it yourself. Um, so collaborating with other tastemakers, not huge influencers and people like that, but people like Kayla, who is an artist manager, who has a page where she supports artists all the time. There's also another curator. I know her name. I don't know her name off the top of my head, but her platform is called Cozy Concerts. And so you are able to do like your in-home performances like we were doing during the pandemic. You know what I'm saying? But it's like she has a weekly platform where she puts that on. So instead of looking for the big R&B radar and all of these things where it's like those are like pay for play type of things, we should be looking for the micro curators, the niche playlists, the smaller podcasts where it's mutually beneficial, right? They need artists to promote and to put on their podcast. You need to be discovered by a new audience, you know? Using our Discord community. Like, I'm not the only one who provides a Discord community. There's others that are out there, but actually being on Discord, talking about the music that you are sharing, talking about the milestones that you have had. If you did learn something from these sessions, or if you applied some of my worksheets and you're like, hey, Jazzy, I just wanted to let you know before I got into ICI, like, I didn't know what kind of content to create. I didn't have the confidence to release my music, any of that. But since we've been, since I've been in here, I've been doing X, Y, and Z, just sharing that. Because I don't know if you guys have noticed, but in Discord, we love to lift each other up. Like when we share the milestones, when we share that we have a song coming out, when we share that we have performances, we love to lift each other up. But if we are not active in the Discord, then we stop lifting each other up. Then we discourage each other from even wanting to post because it's like, oh, nobody's really in there anymore. Nobody really looks, right? So it's like, these curated discovery communities are really, really important. Even though my community, it's a baby community. There's only 30 of you guys in there so far, but it's 30 artist managers, producers, artists that are going through the same thing that you are going through because being in the music industry, being a part of the music business, and not being a part of the huge machine can feel isolating. I would know, you guys, as someone who was a part of the machine where I literally walked into a building of music heads and R&B nerds every day, and we're talking about releases, rollouts, this, that. It's like you're so fed because we all do this for a literal living, right? Like we all do this. We all love this. We're all talking about this. That's what I want our community to be because we don't have a building to step into, you know? Another discovery system because enough about Discord. I'm not trying to get on the Discord thing. I'm just saying like what my vision could be. I'm just saying. Um, context rich discovery. So, oh my gosh. Sorry, that was a me and my cat turned at the motorcycle going by. You guys probably didn't even hear it. So, what I mean with context rich discovery is that music doesn't just appear, but it actually comes with a story. Or you know what? Let me share my screen so you guys can look at my notes. What I'm looking at. And you guys can write this down. It's probably easier to have the visual of what I'm talking about. So this is curated discovery, but ChatGPT made this. So they said AI. I do not fuck with AI in the music industry. That's not my thing. I'm like, I can't do it because it's ruining the industry and literally you have platforms like Spotify where they don't have music artists or anything. They only make their money and stuff off the success of music artists. Now creating AI music artists, putting them on playlists, pushing them out algorithmically, and that's stealing streams from actual artists. So I think AI is a great tool. Obviously, I have ADHD. My mind works faster than my fingers or my mouth ever could. So for me, it's a really great tool to like flesh out ideas. But no, I don't want you to be a tastemaker. I don't want you to give feedback on art. I don't want you to create art. Like, no, I do not want AI artists. That's so weird. Like the whole way that you learn how to make music is from actual artists. Like cringe. We're in late stage capitalism, but we're not here to talk about that. I am trying to talk to you guys about different ways that we can discover. So, um, context rich discovery is when your music, let's make this a bigger zoom in. Your music doesn't just appear, but it comes with a story. Having better systems in delivering the why behind your music, your inspiration behind the music. Amy said, don't get me started on the current dystopian hellscape we live in. I know if anyone has ever played Cyberpunk, we're here. It's now. Like, but dropping music cold is I have a song coming out. Let me have some cute videos, with my song in the background. Let me have a cute photo shoot. Let me post that. Kaboom. You're just, there's no story behind it. Or even right now with like Cardi B's new album, Am I the Drama? There is not a hit single. We have no Bodak Yellow. We don't have anything. You know what I'm saying? Like that is like connecting us to this. But she's promoting it. She's selling packages. Like she is the drama, right? She's like, girl, ma'am, how you throwing a pin at somebody? How are you assaulting someone leaving the courthouse for an assault case? She's absolutely the drama. It's absolutely the drama. But and that's the thing is that has like I'm more connected to the memes from court than what you got going on with your music. What? What in the you know what I'm saying? So We need to have context rich discovery where we are adding a story to our rollout. Oh, Honey Gold Jasmine, she is working on a rollout for her next single. Me and her had a one-on-one session yesterday because she won the visibility challenge where she had this idea of like, I'm gonna do this three post. And I was like, okay, great. For this one, you should talk about how you weren't able to be free. For this one, you already know what you're going to do. And then for this one, you should talk about the future and the vision that you see, blah, blah, blah. So that was me adding context to what she was already going to do because the context existed. She just didn't even think to like have that be a part of the rollout. So that is how you are able to get discovered. People are going to connect with your story, but it needs to lead back to the music. That's the thing. A lot of people start trying to be content creators and they lose the plot. We are not here to go viral. We are not here to just be seen and get likes. We are here because we want to discover the fan base, gain their support, and make music for the rest of our lives and get paid for it. That's I mean, if that's not why you here, you know what I'm saying? Like, or if that's not why you're creating content, I might not be able to help you. That's the quiet part. But if you are here to find your fan base, if you are here to create content to serve that fan base, if you are here to make a living, or if you are here to also help others do that as well, because I know we have artist managers and stuff in here as well, then this is for you. You're in the right place. You found your home. Fan led discovery, empowering your audience to share. It is something that everyone is scared to do again because it's like, well, I don't even have an audience. So who's sharing? Right. But it's like, do you have like group chats? Do you have friends? Do you have people where it's like if you were to do a dance and you were to create content teaching your mom how to do the dance, teaching your cousins how to do the dance, da 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 da, like that is encouraging other people to do it as well. Having comments where fans like are like, "Oh my gosh, what is this song? You need to drop it. Oh my gosh, I need this on my playlist right now. Oh my gosh, drop this right now." And then collecting those comments and saying thank you for their support or how much it means. Because again, being an artist is an isolating experience. This is hard. And if you value their support, if you value your fans, if you value your followers and you want to convert them into fans, fan led discovery is one of the hugest ways to do that. So once they are here, having them do challenges, giving shout outs to your fans, or if you have a community, making them ambassadors to the community, giving them initiatives to want to participate. Another huge thing is like if people want to support you and they don't have ways to do so, how can you be like, man, don't no one ever support me? Well, if I wanted to support you, how could I? You know? Long-term discovery windows. So stretching out your rollout instead of feeling like, okay, the song is out. I talked about it for a week. What am I going to do next? Actually reintroducing your songs with new context. Because another part is like there's a lot of y'all have bridges that have never been heard. A lot of you guys have parts of your song that isn't the hook. It's not the part that you use to promote it all the time. So there's a lot of people who didn't even get to the best part of the song. There's a lot of people who might not have even heard the best lyric, the lyric that came from the heart, the lyric that made you cry. You telling the story about that is how you can encourage people to listen. It's how you can be discovered for a something other than just being like, did I just create the song of the summer? If this is this, then you like this. You know what I'm saying? And just kind of doing this TikTok roulette wheel of like, what's working? What's working? What is working? What's getting the views and what's getting the likes? The views and the likes, it doesn't equal support. It doesn't equal a fan base. We got to focus on the connection. We got to focus on the discovery. Is what I'm saying making sense? Somebody say something to me in the chat if what I'm saying is making sense. Or does anybody have questions?
Yep, it's making sense.
Thank you, Soulful. Appreciate you chiming in. Moon said, absolutely making sense. Moon, I just want to shout you out. I just looked at your TikTok and I'm just so proud of you for posting, period. You have released, I think, 2 songs since being in this community. And I just saw you saying like you're trying to find your fan base and using like trending sounds and funny things. Like, girl, I'm so proud of you. Okay. Oh, it's making sense. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. I have the chat open. I'm like, if the chat goes quiet for too long, I'm like, are they writing stuff down or did I lose them? Um, so better systems that allow your song to build over months or years. A great example of that, Raven Lene. Raven Lene with her hit single, Love Me Not, where it's like that was not an immediate hit. She promoted that song for like 9 months, y'all. Like, she promoted it. SZA was like, I don't know if you've heard Bird's Eye. You know what I'm saying? Like, she had all of these co-signs, all of that. Like, she built her own momentum because she was like, no, this music is good. She's like, y'all are tripping. This music is good. And I'm not going to stop sharing it until y'all find it because I did not work on this album for years for me not to get a little TikTok hit and for it to just go away, right? Because that is not quantifying success. It is a helper to help you get on the radio and all of those kinds of things, but that doesn't quantify your success. So that is one of my favorite, like doing the work until the work starts working. Even with K1, you know, I've talked to, if you've been on any of my live streams, I've talked about K1, how she literally was signed to a label and working at Amazon, had a day job. That song Worst Behavior, the version with Kaylani is a remix. They sold Worst Behavior so that they could be able to afford to mix and master the song. Like, it's not all perfect. It's a lot of ugly stuff. It's a lot of work. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot, but you have to do the work. You have to be able to fail. Don't be afraid to fail. That's how you learn. You ain't gonna get anywhere if you don't start putting one foot in front of the other, pooks. You're not just gonna transport and be at your destination. If you want to get somewhere, you better hit the road, Jack. And if you need a roadmap, I mean, I'm your GPS. Lock in with your girl, okay? Okay, and the last discovery system is cross-platform ecosystems. So having your TikTok leading to Spotify, having your Spotify leading to Instagram lives, having your Instagram lives leading to, you know, maybe you want to do like Patreon to have a, you know, have a weekly live show community there, right? And being able to just really build a demand for your music so that you can do live shows IRL. You know, some venues start at like 150 people, 250 people. When you start doing live performances, you don't just have to lock in a tour. It doesn't just have to be a festival performance. You can perform at local venues in your area as opening acts for smaller acts who cannot afford an opener. And those people hearing your music live, even if they're not there for you, 250 new followers for a live performance, as opposed to going, you know, live and maybe I got 250 new, you know, followers or something like that. No, these people, they actually subscribe to my Patreon. They actually bought, you know, a physical copy of my music because they were at the show and they wanted to support me. They also bought a signed Polaroid from me and left me a $5 tip, right? So it's like those tangible connecting moments. Live shows are not dead, you guys. It's not. But it will die if we let them. like no shade to Live Nation because that's my former employer, but if we let like big conglomerates buy up all of the venues and then gatekeep who gets to perform there, as opposed to venues who need smaller acts to fill up the space. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you picking up what I'm putting down, let me know. Let me know which of these five feels most doable this month. Let me know in the chat. Which of these five feels most doable this month? What could you actually do? Let me show all five so that you guys know your options. I connect so much more out there. Yeah, live. Yes, I need to get out there. Yes. No, honestly, you've got to hit up your local venues, you guys. Like the way that the indie music stays indie is by us supporting each other. So local venues need artists to play shows just as much, you know what I'm saying, as you need to be performing and discovered by an audience. It's a mutually beneficial thing. Langley said context rich discovery. Love that. Love the context rich discovery. Long term discovery windows and context. Yes. Love that. Love that. Love that. Love that. Kayla, I definitely want to focus on context rich discovery and longer term discovery with my artists. Yeah. Yes. Yes. We cannot, like, it is, if you release an entire EP at once, then okay, it's okay for you to focus on a different song per month because the entire EP is out. You know what I'm saying? Like, but when you are just trying to build discovery and everything, just don't give up on things so quickly, you know? Have like because a lot of artists want to quit before they've even done a real campaign. So this is really good, you guys. Feeling good, feeling good. Now let's get into ways that people can interact, like two-way moments that you can have. So if people do find you, you know what I'm saying? What they doing once they find you? Let's talk about it. Because your job isn't just to broadcast music. Your job is to really create moments of interaction. You know, that's like we have curated pages, we have, you know, other ways to broadcast music, but only you can create moments of interaction that makes people go from cool artist swipe to this is my artist. This is that for me. Like they wrote that EP, they were in my mind, right? Like only you can do that. Labels can't even do that, right? So examples of ways that you can have these two-way moments is, of course, asking your audience questions. Like, I think a lot of people are like, are focused on having these text hooks that stop the scroll, which I get it. I get it, you guys. That was like what worked in 2024. That's what we were taught to do. But you can stop the scroll with a question, you know, which version of this hook slaps harder? Plays version one, you know, like you're stopping them because it's like, well, I gotta hear the hook to see which version slaps harder, right? You can even put a poll on there. TikTok has polls that you can actually put on your post, unlike Instagram where you can only put polls on your story. So you could put a poll on there, which version of this hook slaps harder. You can also have them vote in the comments and stuff like that, but it's like asking them questions, giving them a reason to stick around in like the 2 seconds that they saw your post, where it's like, okay, let me watch this for a second. Hold on. Um, and again, the poll part, like giving them a way to interact and asking them a question and giving them an action that they can take, huge, 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 huge. Instead of just saying that your stuff is out now and go stream it. Because streaming it requires people to leave the app. I'm not gonna lie, you guys. They gotta lock in and like you enough to do that. They really do. They gotta like you enough to leave the app because they found you on the swipe and they're gonna keep swiping, right? So That's what we're trying to do is build these two-way moments. Another one, DMs. Thank you for being early on my posts. Like you the real MVP. Thank you for always supporting me. Thank you for, thank you for being on my live stream. I always feel scared when I go live, but I always know that I'm going to see you there. So whether you are responding to comments with a DM, or replying to comments with a video or anything like that, but those DMs really go a long way. Cause seeing someone in their inbox, like, it's like, oh wait, why is this person hitting me up? Like that's a direct. It's like, okay, hold on, wait, let me see this real quick. Um, don't be spammy. Don't, send people DMs every time you go live, or else they're going to be like, okay, this DM means nothing, right? It has to be intentional, and it has to be like a Easter egg, like a ooh, to make it feel special and to actually have them connect. Because honestly, you guys, I support artists all the time, and I do it because I just love artists, but there are some times where like if I always comment and they never respond and they never like show any gratitude or anything, it's just kind of discourages you from wanting to support them. And it's like, oh, okay, I'll just like the video next time. Like, I'm not gonna comment next time. Like, like so you gotta, it's like the little things, little things. Amy said, OMG, the DMs are becoming a trap lately. I'm getting hounded by marketing people or scammers. Hard to tell, but so many people hitting me up to sell lately. Yeah. Um, at least when you are responding to a comment with a DM, you know what I'm saying? Like at least you know that they're interested in you because they commented on your stuff, right? So there is a higher opening rate of that DM as well as fan appreciation since they actually interacted with you first, right? So that's why the DMs being like a thank you to people as opposed to just like you randomly DMing people. That's the key part there. Lives, y'all know I tell y'all to go live. Y'all know I tell y'all to go live. I like listen, I grew 10,000 followers in 1 year going live. So I don't need, so whether you're singing, sharing stories, answering questions, vibing out, packing because you think you're not gonna make it to the airport, like every live does not have to be music related. You are a human being. And people need to connect with the person as well. But at least going live once a week, bro. At least once. At least once a week. And yes, nobody is going to be there. Yes, it feels weird. Baby, we all start at zero. We all start at zero. Okay? People definitely aren't going to be there if you stay there for 10 minutes and leave. Like you like it's gotta be like you not only being there, but also engaging and interacting, also maybe posting a little thing saying what time you are going to go live, and then going live with no expectations. Go live consistently once a week, every week for a month with no expectations, but with the mindset that you want the people that you make music for to discover you. So if you are an Afrobeats artist, the people who like Afrobeats, what are they going to walk away from your live with? If you are a producer, artists that don't know if their song is good, don't know how to mix, don't know how to master, don't know how to layer things, don't know how to harmonize. I don't know how to mix and master or engineer either. So I don't even know like what all goes into a song. That's why we need your live streams, okay? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the real, right? It's like everybody can learn something else. So there's only certain things that your audience can get from you. So when you go live, do not do what everyone else is doing. Do what your audience will come there for. Right? Like I'm trying to write some pop bangers. I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then you're writing songs based on the suggestions from the audience. you know? But if you are just going live and you just have the camera there and you don't look at it, you don't interact, or you don't say anything, I mean, they don't know you. There's no reason for them to stay yet. The number one question I get when I'm live is, what are we doing? What's this live about? What's going on here? You know, like that's the first thing. Like, and they got 9 seconds, if not 3 seconds, before they're like, and then bye, swipe. So go live once a week for a month straight. Have a plan, have a vision for your live stream before you go live, and let me know. Let me know if you don't gain any followers. Let me know if it doesn't work, but also let me know how it helps. Because I've literally had no one do that consistently and not be able to grow. Everybody fights me on it. And I'm talking about my clients who pay me $1,000 a month to not listen to my advice sometimes. Fight me on it, and then they finally start doing it. It's like, yeah, Jazz, it's like you said. Yeah, Jazz, I should have listened. Yeah, I'm like, okay, well, I don't. You're paying me to not listen to me. I don't know what that's about. um, and fan first content is always going to be great. So paying homage to the day ones who have been there since you were doing covers in your bedroom, right? If you have grown since then, paying homage to the people who saw you when you couldn't get people to open your emails to listen to your beats, paying homage to the people who supported you and got the vision before the vision even came to fruition, or before you probably even knew what your vision really was, right? So doing fan first content, thanking those day ones, those are all two-way moments, because people being like, yes, I remember when X, Y, and Z. I remember when yada, yada, yada. I remember when you only had, 200 followers and I was in here encouraging you. Like, those are those two-way moments. So drop one idea that you could try this week that makes your people feel seen. Yeah, let me write that in the chat. And then here, I will put the examples that I just listed in the chat as well, so you know your options. Going live, yes, Honey Gold Jasmine. Probably on your TikTok, since you have a lot of people there. But if you want to boost your discovery, or sorry, probably on your Instagram, if you want to lock in with the community that you have. On your TikTok, if you want to be discovered by new people. I need to go live on my Instagram again. It's been a while since I went live on my Instagram. I go live on TikTok all the time. So yeah, my poor Instagram, crickets. Polls could work for me. Okay, Soulful. Okay. We love it. So that is really the bridge between discovery and loyalty, is building these connection points. So stay locked in, be consistent before you start seeing the results. I know that everybody says that, but honestly, you guys, results come from consistency, not the other way around. You don't become more consistent because you got the results that you wanted. If anything, if you're inconsistent and then you get a result, you're going to be like, see, I know I didn't have to work that hard. Like, it's not going to encourage you to be consistent at all. Like, you just have to be consistent and do the work until the work starts working for real. Amy said, I'm thinking of dropping a preview of my next song to my supporters, maybe on my website or Bandcamp. Nice. And I think, Amy, you doing a live preview would be great as well. But like encouraging people to attend the live to get that live preview from you, since you actually play guitar. I feel like your live streams are like fun to watch, you know? Um,
Yeah, I can't wait to go live again. I'm dealing with some vocal trouble and I've got a big gig Sunday, so I'm waiting until I get through Sunday. So I don't want to tire myself out. And I don't have the house to myself right now. I have like no privacy at the moment. So
oh, the worst. One more week. No, yeah, I feel that. I feel that. Because then it's like, where am I going to perform? In my car? Like,
Mhm. Mhm.
I feel you on that. But it's remember the connection points, you guys. Responding to the comments with DMs, showing your face and your story, not just the cute stuff that makes you feel like that girl, right? So not just the aesthetic videos and all of that, but showing your face, having a story. Even like giving your fans a role, right? So this is for the ones who have been there since I was this. This is for the ones who da 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 hitting up someone and being like, thank you so much for always responding or commenting when I post. But it's not about the numbers, it's about turning 10 curious listeners who are like, maybe I might like them, into like diehard fans. Because those three people will do more for you than 300 random people scrolling by. I promise you.
I have a question.
Yes. Who is that? It just says iPhone.
It's Jazz with the
Okay.
S. So with the whole TikTok situation, it's been like looming on my mind a bit, like the whole September 17th thing where we might not have TikTok anymore. Like
Mhm.
what I know we should diversify, but what do you like what's your advice on if we don't have that anymore? And the new app that they're intending, like, do you think we should try that out?
Um, we have had marketing, marketing avenues and ways to promote ourselves before TikTok, but honestly, the TikTok that we have now isn't even really the TikTok that we love, you guys. So it's like, if this inspires like the community to create the next TikTok or the next big app for us to be at, that's going to be able to allow us to connect with the people that are our people. That was the biggest revolution with TikTok, was the algorithm. But there's still ways for you to be discovered. YouTube is still a huge discovery app. Instagram is shot. It's more of a community building app. Like when people discover you, then they'll go to your Instagram to be like, what have they done? Like, and like to learn more about you, as opposed, so it's like Instagram is more of like a resume. Um,
Mhm.
but what's going to work for discovery? I don't know what's going to be next. I really don't know, because I don't work in tech. So I have not had my ear to the ground trying to figure out, what is going to be next. But the best thing for you to do is to continue making short form content that still can go on, like all, if TikTok is destroyed and everyone can't use it, that means everyone is going to be going somewhere else.
Right.
So that it's not just you, it's like everyone is going to be going different places to discover music and all of that. So it is picking up on like where that next place is going to be, but not a psychic, sis. I can't hold you. I don't know.
That's fun. It might be a good thing. Like I'm trying to work on adaptability, but I mean, when you put it like that, it sounds like it could work out in our favor almost. So,
Yeah, I mean that's the thing, is that social media and these things, they're supposed to be tools. They're not supposed to be the entire marketing strategy.
right.
It's just that people forgot how to connect with people, and this was the quickest, fastest way to get in front of people and connect. So, good question though. Thank you, Pooks. Appreciate that, Jazz.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, the power of a story is being able to turn your listeners into believers. So, whether that story is delivered in short form content, whether it is in a long form vlog, whether you're a yapper like me, so going live is just natural and easy because you could talk about this shit all day, which I obviously can. Um, it is, but the main thing is a story. The story, again, it's what turns listeners into believers. Every artist has at least 5 stories that they can tell over and over that will deepen connection. Let me list out what some of those stories could be. So, number 1 is why you started making music. Why you started making music, why you're in the music industry, why you're still here, honestly. Number 2 is a challenge that you've overcome, whether it is you being signed and dropped, whether it is you never having a record deal or never being able to have the funds to create the type of music that you want, so you had to teach yourself how to be a producer. Like, that is a challenge that you overcame, because this music got to get made one way or another. You know what I'm saying? So, what is the story, behind a challenge that you've overcome? The story behind your favorite song. Everybody has a favorite song, or maybe you have a couple favorite songs. I know for me, I have some random songs. Like, Erotic City is my favorite song by Prince. I can't even tell you why. Like, I grew up singing that song before I even knew what it was about. Like, but you know what I'm saying? Like, Honey by Mariah Carey. That's one of my favorite songs. Like, so just going through like your favorite songs, when it became your favorite song. Did this inspire you to become an artist? Like, they don't make songs like this anymore. Cause I mean, is it a lie? You know what I'm saying? Or it's like, well, I am. They do make songs like this, and I'm the one making it, right? That you can tie it back to your own music. A moment where music um saved you. Like, a lot of artists, a lot of people working in this industry, music is a savior, and it's a safe space. It's what you did to sort out your thoughts. Songwriting helped you process trauma that you didn't even realize was there. Have you ever been in a studio and you're crying and it's like, dang, bro, I'm sorry. I didn't even know that this was in here. Like, I don't even know where this is coming from. Like, talk about a moment where music healed you, where music saved you, where you knew that this was not a hobby, but this is actually what you have to do for like the rest of your life, right? Um, and then one fan interaction or story that moved you. I don't care if it's the first stream that you got, the first time someone commented saying that they liked your music, or if it is someone doing content to your song, if it is a celebrity commenting and saying that they like your song, or even like an influencer commenting on a video using your song, anything. What is like a story from a fan, or interaction from a fan, from a supporter, from someone that moved you? I know with me and my former client, Ayana, we made this video where she was watching Monet, uh, like on her laptop. I don't know if you guys know the influencer Monet McMichaels, but she commented on the video and she reposted it on her story, and it was a video using her song and everything. Like, that was like a huge moment to us, because we were like, how did you even find this? Like, how are you even here? Like, what is going on, and it was all just from like her face, like being on the laptop while like in this video that we were creating, while she's like on the bed painting her nails. Like, literally, that is a interaction that I'll never forget, because I was like, what? And then Monet turned into like the biggest influencer of 2024 after that, which was crazy. But you don't need new content every day. You need stories on rotation, because stories build stickiness, right? So posting the new I made this song for you, or this is out now, that's great. But if that's the only thing that you're posting, if we never hear your voice, if we never, and it's like, I don't like doing that content because it doesn't perform as well. Baby, it might be a slow burner. There's videos that I posted that they didn't start getting traction until months later. So you are doing it to plant the seed. It takes time for the plant to break the soil, okay? Or the plant to break the soil. So just plant the seed. Just plant the seed, keep planting it, keep watering it, keep nurturing it, and that's when things will start to grow. But if you keep abandoning your plans, like, because it's like, every time I do that, nobody says anything, so I'm not gonna do that. And it's like, okay, girl or guy, we can't be stuck in that mode. Okay, we have to, again, the results come from consistency, not the other way around. So, which story do you guys feel ready to share? Type it in the chat. Let me know. Soulful said, I have to practice my stories to fit my brand, molding my stories to fit my brand, right? Well, you're a producer and you're a signed producer. I feel like that's like a very, like, there's so many people out here who are like, what? I could be signed as a producer? You know what I'm saying? Like, so I think you have some really great stories to share for sure. If you know, getting placements, that's a different type of joy. People do not understand like the struggle as a producer to get your song placed. Like that's a different moment because it's like that's not even
Yeah.
guarantee if you're gonna get paid. Like you just happy that
Yep.
someone's gonna use your beat, you know, like
That's it. Yeah, I
yeah.
could talk about that all day for sure.
Yes, exactly. Come on now. Stick with me, I'll hook you up. um Jazz said why I'm sharing or why I'm starting music again. Yes, would love to know. Amy said I share my why I make music a lot. Maybe need to do a fan interaction. Yeah, if you tell the same story all the time, then yeah, let's switch it up. Let's get something new in there for sure. Having to learn Logic Pro and produce songs. Child, Logic, Ableton, all of them. It opens up and I'm like, I'm a software engineer now. Like, it's like crazy. So, yes, if you know how to use that, insane, Kai. Not only could you tell that story, but you could also do content teaching people the basics of Logic. Look, Ableton gang. Look, no, no, no. Oh, is it not? So, is the story that you quit? I still have to YouTube. What? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Moral of the story, pick one story from the list that you guys are going to share today. And that's it, you guys. That is it. So, what I want you guys to do, my biggest takeaways, is I want you guys to do a discovery audit. Figure out, like, what am I doing for my music to be discovered now? And are there better systems of discovery that I could be doing? Am I trying to, go viral or get visibility? Or am I trying to build engagement and connection? Like, is what I'm doing right now to be discovered doing anything other than just getting views and likes? Do a discovery audit. Where are your, where are you currently discoverable? Where can people discover your music? Is it just TikTok? Is it just Spotify playlists? Are you doing live streams? Are you on YouTube? When you distribute your music, is it on like do a full audit of like where are you discoverable? Where are you invisible? Where is it just like, you know? And list one place that your music could live but doesn't. So the discovery audit, one thing I want you guys to do. You guys already selected the discovery system that could work better for you. So I want you to implement that. Your fan touch points, whether that is doing polls, whether that is DMs, saying thank yous, going live, fan first content where you're just like making your fans feel like the superstars, right? What fan touch points can you work on? Because every week I want you to aim for at least 3. Just 3. It could be little micro engagements. It could be one story, one interactive post, one DM to a friend, to a fan, saying thank you. So map out what your fan touch points are going to be. And then let's start thinking about our stories. Let's build our story bank up. Write down 5 stories today. And then anytime that you feel stuck, you can pull from that story bank. I'm not saying don't do, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all already know that we need to do a mix of discovery content, a mix of storytelling content, a mix of music promo content. Y'all know that. I've talked about that a lot. If you don't know that, let me know in the chat immediately right now. Raise your hand and say something if you don't know what I'm talking about, because there are a lot of new people here. So, but I feel like I have talked about that so much. I'm like, y'all know it's a mix. But so your story bank is only when you're doing storytelling content. But I feel like if you always tell the story of why you got started in music, then yeah, we need to figure out what the other stories are. So that anytime you feel stuck and you don't know what story to tell, you can pull from the bank and fans won't get tired of hearing your stories. Because it's like, girl, we hear this story all the time. If they do support your content, if they are showing up, you know? Or another thing you could do to add context to your release, pick one upcoming post or upcoming release and add story to it. What inspired the release? Who is that song for? Why does your song matter? Okay. So that's it, you guys. We ran over a little bit, but the biggest takeaway that I want you guys to have is that followers don't become fans because of your streams. They become fans because of your connection points. So this week, I'm challenging you to run a discovery audit, figure out like where are you discoverable and if it's working. Map out 3 touch points. Okay, 3 different ways that you can build connection with your fans, with the people that are there that are supporting your music. And share one story with your audience. I want you to start your story bank, but you only have to share one story with your audience. Do this and you'll start noticing who's actually leaning in. And those are going to be your super future or your future super fans. Oh my gosh, I need to go eat. I'm dumb right now. Okay. Thank you guys all so much. Before we wrap, drop one action that you're committing to this week in the chat. Let me know, claim it, put your name on it, let me know. And remember, you guys, that there is no magic pill for this, but the systems work when you work it. So the artists who build connection consistently, they are the ones who turn their music into a movement. And that's exactly what you are capable of. That's exactly what we doing right here, okay? We are in this for that reason. New story this week. Yes, Amy. Stop chasing, start attracting. Yes, vibes. Soulful is going to start running the polls. Not the mother polls or what.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Committed to the story. Dope, dope. You guys, if there's anything that I'm gonna drop this summary, but if there's anything that you want me to drop in Discord, let me know. If you guys want me to list the different story examples that I had, if you guys want me to list the different, connection points examples that I had, if you guys want me to include, the better systems of discovery, let me know. Let me know in the homework chat and Discord, okay? All right.
Thanks, Jazz. You're the best.
Thanks, Kayla. I appreciate you guys all for being here. I mean it for real. I really, really mean it. Because this community would be nothing without you. And only like 7 people RSVP'd, and I was like, no one's gonna be here. Everybody hates me. Lies. Don't let the enemy trick you. All right. Bye, you guys.